Let's take the winner. Yeah, he has it. Lizzie, go inside. Yes, thank you. Lizzie, go inside. You're most welcome. Thank you. Your Excellency, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, please come.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start this particular event. You are all welcome to the 62nd Independence Anniversary of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Before we proceed, let me introduce the Master of Ceremony that will guide us into this event. Please, let's welcome Mr. Kennedy Faith Nnaji. Kennedy, please.
Goshokai Azgarimashita Tori, Nnaji Kennedy Fintan de gozaimasu. Honjitu wa go tabochu ni mo kakawarazu Nigeria no dokiritu kinembi toいうものお越しいただきまして誠にありがとうございます。大変時間を持ってここに足運んでいただいて本当に光栄です。今日の司会の進行を私に任されまして若輩のみではございますがうまく案内できるかと心配しております。皆様のご支援で責任を果たしたいと思っております。何卒よろしくお願いいたします。I welcome you all this evening, the 62nd anniversary of our independence. Finding time to be here today is a great honor to our nation and to our ambassador sitting as the head of organizer today. I've been asked to be your master of ceremony today to conduct what is going on here today. Like I've said in Japanese, I was a master of ceremony almost 25 years ago when I was a student. And I've left the job, and today is the first time I'm returning into it. I ask for your maximum cooperation that counts no error while we continue the program. Thank you very much for coming, and God bless all of you. Yes. I crave your indulgence to stand up for the national anthem of Nigeria. Minasama, Nigeria koku no koka seisho gokiritu kudasai. Suzuki Mashite, Nippon Koka, Negamas Menasama go critical. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand at the same time for the national anthem of Japan. Thank you very much. Next in our agenda is a speech by His Excellency Ambassador. Welcome address by His Excellency Abubakar Moriki Husseini. Should come to the podium and give his welcome address. Minasama Abubakar Moriki Kaka. No. Welcome address de gozaimasu. Zehi, mimi semashite, kite gozaimasu. Hakushu omote, mukai kudasai. Please, a hand of applause for him.
Your Excellency, the Parliamentary Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, Your Excellencies, members of the National Diet that are seated here, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps seated here, distinguished invited guests, chief executives of various corporations, parastatals, agencies, fellow Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by appreciating and welcoming you all to this reception organized by the Embassy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in Tokyo, Japan, in honor of our National Day, the 62nd years of independence of our great country, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As you are aware, it is a day when we gain our sovereignty after years of struggle under our colonial masters. It is therefore worthy to pay tribute to those who tirelessly struggled for the actualization of their dreams of a sovereign Nigeria. We therefore thank our forefathers for their determination and steadfastness, and we pray that may their souls rest in perfect peace. Nigerians all over the world celebrate this day as a mark of respect and remembrance, and to take stock and reflect on our journey of nationhood. I therefore wish to, on behalf of all the Nigerians residing here in Japan, and indeed on behalf of all the officers and the staff of the Embassy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria here in Tokyo, Japan, congratulate our leader, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, and all the people of Nigeria back at home, and the millions of them who are in diaspora on the occasion of our National Day, 1st October 2022. I urge all of us to team up and struggle harder to develop our country with strength and determination. Indeed, the struggle for sovereignty ended 62 years ago, but the struggle to realize our aspirations is and will continue to be with us for as long as we have not reached where we want to be, which is our desired destination. In this regard, we appreciate and thank all our friends and the partners, both nations, corporate organizations, development partners, individuals, etc., who directly or indirectly impacted in our journey of nationhood. Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, government officials, coincidentally, it is 62 years ago that Nigeria established diplomatic relations with Japan. Since then, the relationship had been deepened to a level that exchange of information, collaboration, and the support for each other's candidates at international endeavors, including elections, are very cordial and friendly. The friendly disposition and the flourishing relationship had seen our embassy's participation at all meetings, events, and ceremonies, etc., organized by the government of Japan. Memorial events in both Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the state funeral of late Shinzo Abe, former Prime Minister of Japan, and of course, the mission also participated at the just concluded Tokyo International Conference on African Development in Tunis, Tunisia. Also within the period, the biennial Special Partnership Forum meeting between Nigeria and Japan was successfully held in Abuja, although it was organized virtually, but it was attended by top government officials from both sides. Also, the visit of the higher level delegation from the National Automotive Design and Development Council of Nigeria to major Japanese automotive OEMs was equally fruitful and insightful. Our various engagements with government agencies like JICA, JETRO, METI, MOFA, Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communication, and the other diplomatic missions have yielded positive results as well. Indeed, we have succeeded in reinventing and deepening our relationship with them all. It is heartwarming that the last 62 years of our diplomatic relations have seen a robust interface between Nigeria and Japan, and in spite of many changes that have taken place in international arena, both countries have remained steadfast in their relationship. Therefore, it is my commitment to continue to partner and promote mutual interest between the two nations. On this note, I sincerely wish to express our gratitude to the government and people of Japan. On the home front, many people may wish to know the prevailing security situation in Nigeria regarding the menace of the insurgents in the northeastern part of the country. I'm happy to report that no one single local government is in the control of the insurgents as I'm talking to you now. The internally displaced people are gradually returning to their locations. The process of the 3 R's of reconstruction, rehabilitation, and resettlement has vigorously been pursued through the efforts of the federal, states, and the international donor agencies. It is our hope that all the internally displaced persons would return to their places soonest. Permit me to state that the government is keenly aware of the shadows that threaten our progress, such as the militant extremism, kidnapping for ransom, and the banditry activities. The present administration, through concerted efforts and the proactive strategies of information sharing, constant consultation, and the collaboration with Nigeria's neighboring countries, the security personnel have recorded great successes in areas where the bandits operate, and gradually we are returning to normalcy. What we need is genuine peace and a sustainable peace at all times. On the economy, the present administration is making some concerted efforts through the introduction of IT-driven digitalization of our economy to be in tune with modern day realities and the international best practices of instilling and realizing efficiency, precision, and the reduction of leakages and the wastages. With the deployment of cutting-edge technology, investors can be rest assured of maximum returns on their investment in Nigeria. The new business outlook in Nigeria comes with many incentives, such as tax moratorium, one-shop registration of businesses, full repatriation of profits, enhancement of ease of doing business, etc. I wish to affirm that Nigeria's commitment in providing a conducive business environment built on trust and confidence remain unshakable. Therefore, I call on all Nigerians, friends of Nigeria, and the prospective investors to open discussion on how to explore the numerous investment opportunities that are abundant in Nigeria, including the friendly business incentives in place. Since I assumed office in June 2021 as the ambassador of Nigeria here in Japan, I have embarked on measures tailored towards three result-driven pillars of constructive engagement with the host government and its agencies, attracting investors with a very lucid approach on the ease of doing business in Nigeria, and the appertaining numerous inherent advantages in our investment portfolio. Promoting and protecting Nigeria and Nigerians' interests and supporting consular needs of Nigeria in Japan in line with the Charter of Assignment given to me by our President, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Furthermore, on consular-related issues, the mission had been attending to visa and the passport application request. As expected, we have equally put up a drop box at the consular section as a feedback mechanism in order to constructively engage our citizens and the Japanese who come for passports, visas, and other related consular services. Missions also intends to establish Nigeria-Japan Economic Consultative Association, consisting of eminent Japanese and Nigerians residing here in Japan, in order to facilitate a well-defined trajectory of reaching out to the government as well as private sector and other institutional establishments in Japan, so as to actualize our drive to promote and encourage investment and other economic endeavors from Japan to Nigeria. Finally, I call on all Nigerians residing here in Japan and the friends of Nigeria to join us in the celebration of our Independence Day today, 1st October 2022. Once again, happy Independence celebration. I thank you all. Excellency Abubakar Moriki Hussaini, Ambassador.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, once again, a warm round of applause for His Excellency Abubakar Moriki Hussaini. Our next speaker for today is a Senior Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan, Mr. Kei Takagi. A warm round of applause, please, for him to the podium. Escort him. And he is here today with his translator, who will handle his speech of the Foreign Ministry. Please lend him your ears.
Abubakar Moriki Hussaini駐日ナイジェリア連邦共和国大使閣下、ご列席の皆様方、こんばんは。外務大臣政務官の高木圭と申します。本日はナイジェリア連邦共和国の独立 62周年記念レセプションにお招きを賜りまして感謝申し上げます。日本政府を代表し、心よりお祝い申し上げたいと存じます。
His Excellency Mr. Abubakar Moriki Husseini, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to Japan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Takagi Kei, Parliamentary Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan. Thank you for inviting me to the 62nd anniversary reception of the independence of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. On behalf of the government of Japan, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations.
日本とナイジェリアは1960年の独立以来、長年友好関係を築いてまいりました。フセイニ大使閣下におかれては、日頃から日本とナイジェリアの友好促進及び関係強化にご尽力されていることに心から感謝申し上げます。
Japan and Nigeria have enjoyed a long and cordial relationship since the independence of Nigeria in 1960. I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to His Excellency Ambassador Husseini for his ongoing effort to promote and strengthen the friendly bilateral relationship existing between Japan and Nigeria.
8月末、チュニジアで開催されたアフリカ開発会議 TICAD8 では、現下の国際情勢も踏まえつつ、今後のアフリカ開発についてじっくりと議論することができました。また、ビジネスフォーラムでは、ナイジェリアに関連する協力文書が日本とアフリカの企業間で署名されたことも紹介されました。
At TICAD8 held in late August in Tunisia, we had a thorough discussion on the future development of Africa, taking into account the current international situation. During the business forum there, it was also introduced that Japanese and African companies signed cooperation memorandums on Nigeria.
日本はこれまでの協力の実績を土台に、引き続きアフリカとともに成長するパートナーとして、強靭で持続可能な世界の実現に向けて協力していくことを改めてお約束申し上げます。
I would like to reiterate Japan's commitment to working as a partner growing together with Africa to realize a resilient and sustainable world building on a past cooperative achievement.
私から改めて申し上げるまでもありませんが、ナイジェリアはアフリカにおいて極めて重要な地位を占めております。2億人を超えるアフリカ最大の人口と4000億ドルを超える GDP を誇るナイジェリアは、西アフリカの大国およびリーダーとしてアフリカの成長と発展を牽引する存在であります。
Needless to say, Nigeria holds a significant position in Africa, with Africa's largest population at over 200 million and a GDP of over $400 billion. And as a major power and leading country in West Africa, Nigeria is a driving force behind Africa's growth and development.
また、ナイジェリアにおけるボコハラム対策は、地域の平和と安定の要となっています。日本は強靭な保健・医療システムの整備のための機材の提供、ギニア湾における海賊武装強盗対策のための高速警備艇の供与、北東部の復興支援を含む平和と安定の促進への貢献等、さまざまな形でナイジェリアの発展を後押ししています。
Also, Nigeria's countermeasures against Boko Haram is pivotal for the region's peace and stability. To this end, Japan has been supporting Nigeria's development in various forms. Some examples of support include the development of resilient health and medical systems, the provision of high-speed patrol boats to combat piracy and armed robbery in the Gulf of Guinea, and the strengthening of social infrastructure such as reconstruction assistance in the northeast Nigeria.
ナイジェリアの豊富な天然資源や巨大な市場の高い潜在性に対する日本企業の関心は高く、すでに47社がナイジェリアに拠点を置いています。また、ナイジェリアは CO2 排出量ゼロに向けたエネルギー転換の一環として天然ガスの使用を重視しているとお伺いいたしております。
Nigeria has been attracting Japanese companies for its abundant natural resources and the high potential of its huge market, and thus these days 47 Japanese companies are already based in Nigeria. Nigeria is known for its emphasis on the use of natural gas as part of its energy transition toward zero CO2 emission.
TICAD8 では岸田総理がアフリカ グリーン成長イニシアチブを立ち上げ、官民合わせて40億ドルの投資をすることを表明しました。日本としてアフリカ最大の天然ガス埋蔵量を有するナイジェリアとの協力は今後ますます重要になってまいります。
At TICAD 8, Prime Minister Kishida launched the Africa Green Growth Initiative, where the total of $4 billion public and private financial contribution is made. In this context, cooperation with Nigeria, Africa's largest natural gas reserves, will become increasingly important for Japan in the future.
加えて、ナイジェリアでは近年、スタートアップの企業環境整備に大いに力を入れておられ、活力ある日本とアフリカの若者による注目を集めています。日本政府としてスタートアップへの支援を含め、社会課題解決型のビジネスをしっかりと後押ししていきたいと思います。
In addition, Nigeria has been putting a lot of effort into improving the entrepreneurship environment for startups in recent years and attracting the attention of vibrant Japanese and African youth. Japan will support businesses that solve social issues, including startup support.
結びとなりますが、ナイジェリアのご協力のもと、成功裏に終了したTICAD8のフォローアップを通じ、日本政府としても両国の二国間関係が一層強化されるよう尽力していくことをお約束し、私の挨拶とさせていただきます。本日は独立62周年、誠におめでとうございます。
Finally, I would like to conclude my remarks by assuring you that the Japanese government will make every effort to further strengthen the balanced relationship between Japan and Nigeria through the follow-up of TICAD 8, which concluded successfully with the cooperation of Nigeria. I would like to congratulate you again for the Independence Day.
高木様、日本国代表して素晴らしい挨拶をしていただいて誠にありがとうございます。皆様、もう一度大きな拍手を持ってちょうださい。Thank you very much for the wonderful speech in this celebration day. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. At this juncture, we have people who have never been to Nigeria before, and they would want to have a glimpse of what Nigeria looks like. We prepared a documentary that will be aired now. It's 11 minutes documentary about Nigeria and about the activities of His Excellency Ambassador Moriki. Please turn to the screen and watch the documentary. これからナイジェリア行ったことない人がいっぱいいますと思うんですが、ナイジェリアについての短いテープを用意しておりまして、ぜひご覧ください。
Greetings from His Excellency Abubakar Moriki Husseini, the Ambassador of Nigeria in Japan, to the people and government of Japan, the business community in Japan, and Nigerians residing in Japan. Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria. It is interesting to note that the master plan of the central area of the city was designed by renowned Japanese architect Kenzo Tange in 1981. Notwithstanding the adverse effects of the coronavirus pandemic on national and global economies, the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission (NIPC) acknowledges that Japan is the number 5 foreign investor in Nigeria. Japan is among the top 10 investors in services in Nigeria. Among the top 10 investors in solid minerals, the number 5 investor in oil refining and number 5 investor in real estate. Similarly, Japan is among Nigeria's top 20 import partners and Nigeria's top 20 export partners. Japan is one of the 20 countries identified by the NIPC as strategically important to Nigeria for investment promotion. Despite these soothing statistics, the Embassy of Nigeria in Tokyo is pushing for an improvement in trade and economic relations between both countries. As the federal government continues to diversify from the oil sector, the business community in Japan is encouraged to take advantage of the untapped potential and opportunities in Nigeria and make the country the investment destination in Africa. In continuation of his diplomatic tour of Japan, the ambassador of Nigeria to Japan, His Excellency Abubakar Moriki Husseini, has continued to build on his drive to attract investors to Nigeria through a series of engagements, especially in the non-oil export sector. In 2022, in line with the diversification agenda of the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari.
We are also celebrating 62 years of bilateral relationship between Japan and Nigeria. I have been engaging corporations, I have been engaging ministries, departments, and agencies, and indeed even individuals in my quest to search for industrialists, for possible entrepreneurs who can put up for some investment in Nigeria. And the whole culmination of it is for me to leave a legacy behind. Japan is an industrialized country. Japan has a lot of comparative advantage in terms of industrialization. They have gone very far ahead of many even developed nations in terms of industrialization. Therefore, Nigeria, as you are aware, are very much dependent on oil. We are looking in all ramifications to see the extent to which we can be able to explore the potentialities in the non-oil sector.
The federal government of Nigeria is addressing the major challenges of power generation head-on. There is a huge commitment to ensure that Nigeria generates a minimum of 10,000 megawatts of power and ensure effective distribution of power before the end of 2023. There is a growing need for foreign direct investment to realize the country's power aspirations. There are great investment opportunities in the agricultural sector. With arable lands across the country, agriculture is an important sector of the economy of Nigeria, with high potential for employment generation that translates to food security and poverty reduction. Government policies are aimed at encouraging more commercial and mechanized farming to transform the country into a leading agribusiness and agro-allied industrial nation with focus on value addition chain and increase in the nation's competitive strength in the international market for agricultural products. The manufacturing sector has been growing in direct response to various interventions and programs implemented by government. This sector is strategic to government's objective of diversifying the economy in line with the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan. Nigeria's industrial aspiration is hinged on the implementation of the Nigeria Industrial Revolution Plan, NIRP, which philosophy is to build Nigeria's competitive advantage, to broaden the scope of industry and accelerate expansion of the sector.
There is the National Automotive Design and Development Council, which is a government parastatal under the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, saddled with the responsibilities of driving the development of automotive sector in Nigeria. You would recall that in the 80s, early 80s and up to late 90s, and even towards the year 2000, our automotive sector was really doing well. This current, initiative under the present administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, the administration has given everything, it's needed in order to empower the National Automotive Design and Development Council to drive the development of automotive sector in Nigeria. And therefore, in the furtherance of that, the council, initiated development of an industry, policy plan. They have been trying to reach out to original engineering manufacturers, like Toyota, like Honda, like Mitsubishi, like Nissan, Isuzu, Yamaha, and the rest of them, in order to tell them the tenets, and the content of this new policy which is coming up in place. Of recent, we hosted a large delegation of leadership of the Automotive Council in Nigeria, led by the Director General himself, and some members of the National Assembly, alongside with some government functionaries from the Federal Ministry of Industry. They came here for a week, and we toured all the automotive companies, corporations here in Japan. And even before they came, of course, I took time to visit all those companies, to interact with them, and to tell them about the new industry policy plan. And we toured all these automotive companies, and that is a huge success. We participated in the 8th edition of the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, otherwise known as TICAD. The 8th edition took place in Africa, in Tunis, Tunisia. This is a platform, to give Africa and Japan, avenues and a platform for interaction between African countries and Japan. And Nigeria was one of the countries that participated at that summit. And many African countries were also there. And we had a very big delegation also from Nigeria, headed by the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs. The arrangement, the coordination was necessarily done here from the Nigerian mission in Japan. There are two important sessions during the summit. One is the plenary session, featuring the heads of government and heads of delegations. Business forum gives a platform for companies, for corporations, for government agencies, for individuals and the rest of them to interact in terms of investment, in terms of trade. We arranged and coordinated bilateral meetings of some companies, and these companies include Marubeni Company. Marubeni is a big company, and it has been in Nigeria for many decades. And they are into power production, they are into power business in Nigeria mainly. They approach us, they want to have a bilateral meeting with our delegation, and we noted that, and we put a lot of arrangement to that. That is a company producing semiconductors, ICT company, and they are called Nippon Electric Company. They are also in Nigeria. We stand to gain a lot from that company. Why? Because They produce a lot of security networking gadgets, intelligence gadgets, and ICT-based gadgets. They want us to organize a bilateral meeting between our delegation and their corporation. Same thing with Toyota Tissue. Toyota Tissue came specifically to request us to arrange a bilateral meeting between our delegation and their corporation in Tunis, Tunisia, by the margin of the TICAD 8 summit. So apart from the corporations, we also arranged the bilateral meeting of the JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency. We have also arranged the bilateral meeting between our delegation with the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Investment of Japan. The Honorable Minister of State of Japan, they expressed their desire that they wanted to interact, to have a meeting, with our delegation. We also arranged a bilateral meeting with the Multilateral Guarantee Agency under the World Bank Group. They call it MIGA, the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. So these corporations, these agencies, including the government departments and the agencies, we have successfully organized and arranged and coordinated bilateral meeting between their leadership and the delegation of Nigeria in Tunis. And the resultant effect of that is in the very near future, a lot of MOUs will be signed, to give effect to some of the decisions, some of the resolutions that were arrived at during that engagement.
The federal government designed investment incentives to support private sector participation. While some of these incentives are in form of tax holiday, exemptions and reliefs, there are many more that leverage on specific government policies, performance of the companies, as well as relevant international trade and investment treaties. Some of these are indeed. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunities in Nigeria and build on existing good relations between Nigeria and Japan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. You must have learned one or two things in the video. If you have any question, please refer to our embassy. If you want to invest in Nigeria, you will get appropriate information from them. Video mite ikutsuka no mono mananda to watashi o motte orimasu. Moshi go shitsumon gozaimashita ra, taishi kaka no hou de, taishikan no hou de o mochi kudasai. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Mou ichido akushu o motte. 今日は私たちの独立記念日ということでですね、独立記念日というのはお祝い兼ねていろいろやりますので、これからケーキにと入りたいと。Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. ケーキに。cultural event? Okay, sorry. It's moving.ドキュメンタリー終わったら、俺早めにケーキ食べたかったからケーキ入刀に 行きましたので、I actually wanted to eat green, white, green cake for the first time. That's why I went to the cake before. So we have a cultural event to showcase you, cultural dance from Nigeria, Nigerian group, Nigerian Supporters Club. Am I correct? Yes. We are. It's okay. ケーキ入刀の前にちょっとナイジェリアの文化のパフォーマンスがありますので、準備だけしてください。Are you ready, our cultural troupe? Yes, go ahead.
Huh? このスカイ台を元に戻しますね。
そうですね。わかりました。I thought it's only one line. ちゃんと時間を受ける。Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. 皆様拍手、大きな拍手を持って。もう1ヶ月前から練習してきましたので、ありがとうございました。Thank you very much for, making the hall very warm now. Once again, a round of applause for them, please. Once again, 皆様もう一度拍手をかけてください。先ほど走り走りましたですね、ケーキ食べたくて先ケーキ入刀というふうに申しまして、それで本当に今の時間なんで、ケーキ入刀にたまり、names, okay? Who will go on the stage? We will be announcing the names of people who will go on the stage for the cutting of the cake, Independence cake, and make sure you eat this cake today because it has a lot of meaning. I'm sure of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please, everybody on table one. The ambassador and his spouse will please come up the stage.
My wife, I will go with my wife. Please, it's important.
Okay. As you can see, the stage is a little bit small, so we will crave your indulgence to be represented by, please, everybody in table one, please join the ambassador in cutting the anniversary cake. Table one, please.
大使と同じ席の座ってる方、対談の方に上がってください。
Please, yeah. There. But, no, it's okay. It's okay. Please, the President of Nigeria Union in Japan to represent Nigerian community.
What is my wife?
Please, the ambassador should hold the knife. No. And we'll cut the cake by spelling Nigeria at 62. So we'll start with the spelling, and we'll shout it out. And by the time we reach 2, the ambassador will cut the cake. So we start. And I, please say it with me, G, E, R, I, A, at 6, 2. Clap for yourself, please. Please, we have that. There's another already written. Don't come and disturb me. Just calm down. Don't just come and come down. Please, our home-based officers, come and join the ambassador for the anniversary cake. For other photographs, our home-based officers and their spouses, please. Our home-based officers and their spouses, come and join the ambassador, please. Our home-based officers and their spouses, come and join the ambassador for photograph. We have 5 minutes, please. Spouses and home-based officers, please come up with the home-based officers and come and join the ambassador for a photograph. Nigerians in Japan, please come and join His Excellency for the photograph. Nigerians in Japan. Nigerians in Japan, come and join His Excellency for the anniversary cake photograph. That should be all. That should be all. Another photograph. Now, right. Yeah, we're going to do this. It's all right. Yeah. And we are. In short. No. Don't worry.
This is even the same.
It's okay.
Call him because he's the only person that presented it. He wants me to read it.
It's okay. No problem. Okay. He wants you to read it.
Yes. So that's why I say it's on others.
No, let's start with the Dean ECOWAS ambassadors. Then we'll now go for others.
No, whichever you like, start.
No, go on. I know.
You know the hierarchy more than I do.
Yeah, no problem. We are still within time. It's 6:50. We are still within time. Yeah, we are still within time. Yeah, we are still within time. Watch out. It's 6:50. We are still within time. It's okay. Your Excellency. Okay, let's start this thing so that people have time to eat. Let's go on so that people will have more time for eating. That's all. Okay, please go down. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are now on goodwill messages. Want to call on the ambassador of Cote d'Ivoire, the dean of ECOWAS group of ambassadors, to come and deliver his goodwill message. Ambassador of Cote d'Ivoire, please.
Koto Jibuaro Taishi Kaka, Nishi Africa Keza Kyodo Taino, Nihon, near the Aru, Nishi Africa Keza Kyodo Taino, Kaicho, Minasama, Okino Aksho Mote, Mugai Kudasai.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jerome Kloweya, Ambassador of Cote d'Ivoire and the Dean of ECOWAS Diplomatic Group in Japan.
Minasama, konbanwa, watashi wa Jerome Kloweya sama de gozaimasu. Koto d'Ivoire Taishi toいうことなんですが、西アフリカ経済、そして西アフリカ経済共同体の長でございます。 この場を借りしてご挨拶できることを嬉しく思っております。
On behalf of my colleagues, ambassador and head of missions of ECOWAS diplomatic group in Japan, and on my own behalf, I would like to congratulate His Excellency Ambassador Hussein Moriki and his spouse, because in Africa, we say behind a great man, there is a great lady. That means behind the great ambassador Moriki, there is his spouse, Mariam Moriki.
本日は、西アフリカ経済帯状一同ナイジェリア大使閣下はじめナイジェリアの国民おめでとうございますと言いたいでございます。成長する男の陰に女がありという言葉を使いまして、大使奥様も感謝を持っております。
As Ambassador Hussein says, Nigeria is the way to invest in Africa. If you invest in Nigeria, you invest in West Africa, in ECOWAS, and also in Africa. So Nigeria is one of the important countries in our sub-region due to its geographic position, the importance of the population, and also the access of the mineral resources.
ナイジェリア大使閣下森木様におっしゃる通り、ナイジェリアは、西アフリカ経済共同体の中に一番大きな国だということで、それで資産が豊富で、そっちで投資していただければ、西アフリカ経済共同体全体的には投資しているということでございます。ぜひ皆様、ナイジェリアの方にも投資してください。
I think the integration of our region, of sub-region, we have a free movement of people, goods, and capitals. That means if you want to one country, you can visit all countries. We have 15 countries, West African countries in Japan, like Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Mali, Burkina Faso, Liberia, Niger, Burkina Faso, etc. 15 countries. Togo, also Senegal, and in total 15 countries. So go to Nigeria, go to West Africa, and congratulations also to our brother of Nigeria and his spouse. Thank you very much.
西アフリカ経済共同体15カ国があります。その15カ国の間にフリーサプライチェーンができてですね、もう品物、商売、もう簡単にできるように強調されております。ぜひ投資、西アフリカ経済共同体の方に投資してください。本当にありがとうございました。もう一度拍手を持っていてください。Ladies and gentlemen, a hand of applause for the ambassador of Ivory Coast, of Côte d'Ivoire, please.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you for the goodwill message. Another good message is coming from the ambassador of Morocco to Japan.
What's his name? His Excellency, what's his name?
I don't know his name.
Good evening, Excellencies and distinguished guests. Thank you, dear Ambassador Moriki, dear brother, for the honor to address your guests on this important day. I would like to extend to you and to the Republic of Nigeria my sincere congratulations on this auspicious occasion of your Independence Day.
ご来賓の皆様、親愛なる大使閣下、親愛なる兄弟、この祭節の日に、貴殿のゲストの皆様にご挨拶させていただく栄誉を賜り、感謝申し上げます。独立記念日という喜ばしい日、貴殿なナイジェリア連邦共和国、心からお祝い申し上げます。
The bonds of friendship between the Kingdom of Morocco and the Republic of Nigeria find their roots in the strong esteem and consideration that His Majesty King Mohammed VI has for His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari.
モロコ王国とナイジェリア連邦共和国の友情の絆は、ムハンマド6世国王陛下がムハンマド・ブハリ大統領に築く強い尊敬思いやり根ざしております。
I would like to take this opportunity to mention that Morocco and Nigeria have launched 2 weeks ago the West Africa Gas Pipeline Project, which is an example of South-South cooperation that will have a large impact on the economies of 11 countries it will cross and will be a new energy export route to Europe.
この機会に、モロコとナイジェリアが2週間前に西アフリカガスパイプラインプロジェクトを立ち上げたことを終了したと思います。これはパイプラインが通るすべての国を経済に大きなインパクトを与える南南の協力の異例であり、ヨーロッパへ新たなエネルギーの輸出ルートになります。
Dear Ambassador Moriki, I wish you and the people of Nigeria continued success and prosperity. Thank you.
親愛なる大使閣下、貴殿なナイジェリアの国民の皆様の成功と静養が続くことを願っています。本当にありがとうございました。皆様拍手を持ってお迎えください。A hand of applause for His Excellency the Ambassador of Morocco. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Another ambassador that has indicated his interest to send a good message is the Ambassador of Cameroon.
Excellency Ambassador Abubakar Moriki Husseini, Salam Alaikum. As your country, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a neighboring and brotherly country of Cameroon, celebrates its National Day, I'm honored and humbled to present a goodwill message and wish you warm congratulations.
森木大使閣下はじめ、ナイジェリアの皆様、カメルーンは一番大きな隣国、ナイジェリアの隣国ということでですね、この場を借りしてご挨拶できることを嬉しく思っております。
I act to eat on behalf of my wife, the entire staff of the Cameroon Embassy, and on my own behalf, wishes of good health and prosperity for the brotherly people of Nigeria.
私の最愛の妻はじめ、そしてカメルーン大使館で勤めている居住官たち、そして私は代表してご挨拶できることを嬉しく思っております。
To conclude, on this solemn occasion, I express the wish that the excellent relations which do happily exist between Nigeria and Cameroon will further, strengthen for the prosperity and harmony of our brotherly people. I thank you.
この高台に立て、もう一度願いたいことは、この私たちナイジェリアとカメルーンの間に動いている友好関係を長く続きますよう お願い申し上げます。以上申しまして、私のスピーチを終了させていただきます。本当に拍手を持ってお願いしたいんですが。Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. The next on the goodwill messages is the President, Nigeria Union in Japan, Mr. Kennedy Fintan Naji. Mr. Naji, please.
As your master of ceremony today, I'm surprised I've asked to give a goodwill message to Nigeria. I'm not aware of that, but I'm very happy and pleased with the ambassador for granting this opportunity on behalf of all Nigerians in Japan. And as the president of Nigerian Union Japan, I'm speaking on behalf of every Nigerian living in Japan. Thank you very much. Congratulations to all of us. Are you there? 62 years is not 62 days. And it's a year of retirement. I can attest to you that Nigeria is now on a difficult moment, and our election is coming next year. I have only one thing to ask God. As we are being addressed as the giant of Africa, we should take our position as the giant of Africa. I ask you with the spirit of devotion and patriotism, with untiring spirit and formal constancy, to please vote in the right leader in 2023. As this will put our place from the efforts of our former leaders, the labors of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity is inscribed in our national pledge. And so shall it be. We need continuous good leaders to take Nigeria to the next direction. And I pray in these 62 years of our independence, we will continue to prosper with many nations. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
誰か今言ったことを訳してくれる？日本語で申し訳ないけど。Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy Fintan Naji. The next person on goodwill to deliver his goodwill message is Ambassador Masunaga, Ambassador of Japan to Nigeria.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm Japanese ambassador to Nigeria. So I just came here all the way from Abuja to Tokyo in order to express my congratulations to Ambassador Moriki on the 62nd Independence Day reception. Congratulations. So I'm Japanese ambassador, but not as well known as Ambassador Moriki here in Tokyo. Therefore, let me introduce myself briefly by explaining the meaning of my name. My name is Kazuyoshi. Kazu means job in Swahili language in Tanzania, where I was posted 8 or 9 years ago. And Yoshi means good in Japanese. So literally, I'm Mr. Good Job. But today, I would like to lend my name, Mr. Good Job, to Ambassador Moriki to host this wonderful event. I was posted to Nigeria last May last year. And a couple of months later, Ambassador Moriki was posted to Tokyo. So we have been maintaining a very good relationship by exchanging WhatsApp message almost 24/7. And also, my specialty is not international law or international relationship, but information technology. Yeah, therefore, I'm in a position to promote more virtual meeting and also the more use of the internet. But not only we exchange many WhatsApp message, but also I attach the importance to have in-person meeting. So Ambassador Moriki have a chance to come to Abuja. Then I always host the dinner or lunch together, and also we have a personal meeting together. And also 2 times of the year, I have a chance to come back to Japan, and then to have a dinner or lunch together with Ambassador Moriki and Madame Mariam. So we have more than 8 meetings in person. So that showed our relationship are very strong and very powerful. So if someone in this meeting group would like to do something to promote more Nigeria or Japan, and also if you have any challenges regarding our bilateral relationship, please let us know. Our communication channel can overcome your challenges, or we can enhance your eager to strengthen our bilateral relationship. Thank you very much.
Now we're going to dinner. So we'll call table 1, 2, 3 to go.
No. Make it free. It's better.
This is diplomatic dinner.
Okay.
So if I go with hierarchy. Okay.
Thank you very much for a wonderful speech. His Excellency, the Ambassador of Japan to Nigeria. A warm hand of applause once again for him, please. I was afraid to translate his speech because I wanted him to speak in Japanese and English at the same time. Demo ego ryucho de hontoni nani yori koe desu. Arigatou gozaimashita. So thank you very much. Then you announce by the food.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. It seems that the day is a little bit far gone, and it's not all talks today. I think it's time that we go to, in Nigeria, we always say it's item 7, but today is item 8. So please, His Excellency, table 1 will take the lead for dinner, followed by table 2 and table 3. So, Your Excellency, it's time for dinner. Please lead our guests to the table.
これから会食となりますので、大使閣下テーブル1、2、3最初におとってですね、それで皆様並んで、取ってください。よろしくお願いします。Please, Excellencies, join the ambassador. Yes, please. Lead us to the dining table, please. Then where they stopped, please, you can now start from there, please. No. No problem, I agree. What I mean is, when they finish, no? You don't know what is going on. These people. No, don't, but please, tell them.
Please, can we be orderly, please? Let the ambassadors, our guests, go to the table first, and then we can call others, please.
Let me say to the please leave the way for the ambassadors first, please, for the food. The ambassadors should take the lead before you join them, please. 大使閣下たち先に取ってから我々は取りに行くということになりますので、順番でお願いします。Anyway, it's always like this.
alátìlẹ́yìn ọba tí kì í dojú tì ní mẹ́ẹ̀mà lè ṣe o kémi máa ṣàìjí ijó ọpẹ́.
Your Excellencies, please, we are about to give the vote of thanks. Crave your indulgence not to leave. Please. Go back to your seat, please, for the vote of thanks. Korekara heikai no shaji o nobimasu. Minasama go kiritu kudasai. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
No, no council, minister.
Full minister.
What minister?
That's what I'm saying. Minister Ahmed. Ne? Please go back to your seat for the vote of thanks. After that, we have a little more time to enjoy yourself before we leave. We leave here by 8 o'clock sharp. Everybody must leave. Please, Your Excellencies, give us a little time for the vote of thanks by our Honorable Minister. I'm sure my voice is getting to the back. I know everybody is eating their food. But please, while eating, listen to the vote of thanks. Tabenangara, heikai no shaji, unobimasu. Gochakuseki kudasai. Please, to your seat. The vote of thanks today will be given by Minister Ahmed Sulu Gambare of the Nigerian Embassy, Tokyo, Japan. A hand of applause for him to come to the stage and give the vote of thanks. Minasama hakshu omote. Minister Ahmed Sulu Gambare Sama. I think you should go there, not here. Look. Ambassador should be aware. The Ambassador of Japan should listen to you. Okay. Once again, a hand of applause for Minister Ahmed Sulu Gambare for the vote of thanks. Minasama hakshu omote. Mugai kudasai.
Your Excellency, ambassador here present, top government officials, captains of industries, fellow Nigerians, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. On the mandate of His Excellency Abubakar Moriki Hussaini, I, Ahmed Sulu Gambari, stand before you this evening to express our profound gratitude for honoring our invitation to be part of our celebration 62nd Independent Anniversary of Nigeria. Certainly, your attendance adds color to the evening, and we say a big thank you to you all. While wishing you safe drive to your various destinations, do have a lovely evening. Thank you for coming. Arigato gozaimasu. Domo.
Domo arigato gozaimashita. 本当にありがとうございました。ナイジェリア大使閣下はじめ、そして各大使閣下たちのご臨席を仰ぎながら、閉会の謝辞を述べたいと思っております。このみたいな日にナイジェリアの独立記念日を来ていただいてですね、ご教授も重ねて、いろんな大変な場所から来ていただいて、誠にありがとうございましたということ、本当にもう一度拍手を持ってください。Thank you very much for attending our 62nd National Day celebration organized by the Nigerian Embassy Japan and orchestrated under the auspices of His Excellency Ambassador Moriki. Thank you very much. Once again, a round of applause for everyone of you for attending here. Thank you. Thank you. We were informed that everyone must leave the hall before 8 o'clock, or sharp 8, everyone must leave here. So if you're through, you can, please hold on a second, once a moment. You can take the QR code on the screen. And what the screen right now, the QR code is for the whole pictures taken here today. So if you take the QR code home in the next probably 4 or 5 hours, you can get the pictures that is taken here today. Screen に出ている QR コードを写真撮ればでですね、もう本当に4時間後に全てここに撮られた写真が皆様それは自分の携帯で再現できると思います。ぜひその QR コードを取得してください。よろしくお願いいたします。